Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room recap for Monday, May Day, May the 1st. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of your trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open between 9 a.m. and up to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I share my screen, and I'm live on the mic all that time, and it is a free room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to participate. All right, well, kind of a mixed bag for me today. Did take this one PXLW from Holly. The alert, where was that alert? Just one second. Here we go. So the alert was right here at 498. If you look at a daily chart, I think you can see maybe why I decided to have a go at this one. If you look way back here, you've got to go back to this area. I actually ended up taking the trade at 504. So here's some resistance, back in September of 2015. Struggled to get through there, but I thought, okay, I'm going to take the trade anyway at 504. And get back to the 5-minute. And so ended up taking the trade right about here, 504, on this pullback, and it actually popped up 512. I took some off at 512. I didn't really like the way it was trading, I have to admit. It didn't look like it had that nice big surge that I was looking for. So again, I got in at 504, took some out at 512, and then took the balance out as it fell back to my buy. So no great shakes there. I will watch this one going forward, though, because if it can take out, I think it has to take out about 520. It will have an interesting void to potentially fill. UCTT, unfortunately for me, was one of those kind of whippy ones. Came in from Holly at, now I didn't get in. I like to wait for that whole number break. So, I mean, the alert was great, 1975. Now, I'm not sure how easy it would have been to get this one because I think it went up pretty quickly. I waited on this one quite a while. I was waiting on this area here to see what would happen. Bottom line is that to me this is too whippy. You've got bottoming tails, you've got topping tails. There's just way too much indecision. Probably in retrospect I should have not taken this trade. Took the trade at 2030 and I got out at 2013. All right, so I took a 17-cent loss on this one. Might watch this one going forward. This has had a quite a great few days. I don't think there's any real resistance. Yeah, I think this is, I don't know if it's an all-time high, but nonetheless, to try to intraday trade it was a little bit tough. This probably lends itself more to a swing trade. And now the the crazy one for today, ITCI. First of all, we saw this one in the pre-market, and I had remarked that when I read the press release, a lot of times when we see this is a drug company, and I mean this just got devastated. I mean this closed on Friday at 1384, and in the pre-market it was cut in just about in half, down to 750. So when I started reading the press release, the company, as reported, said, well, we're pleased with our results. But unfortunately, in the next paragraph, they said something like, but the FDA is not as satisfied as we are and is looking for clarification or something to that effect. I can't remember exactly what it was, but obviously negative. However, a lot of times when we see this sort of action, the companies don't couch it at all. I mean, they basically say, okay, the FDA has looked at our results and does not approve. But they seemed relatively optimistic, and they were just basically saying, I'm not going to put words into that PR, but it was almost as if maybe the FDA was being too cautious on all this. Anyway, my bottom line was that I thought maybe it could have a bounce in it, and so I was able to play it right. Where was it now? Right in this area here. I got in over 9:15, and took some out at 9:29 and 9:34, and then it went back down through 9, and it looked like, who knows, maybe it's over again. Now, here was my frustrating area. I was trying to get in here and here. Then I had no call in the room. I actually was able to get in right around this area. I sold some here. I've sort of withstood this pullback, and now I'm wondering, just waiting to see what might happen. This probably has to be watched tomorrow. Again, if you take a look at the daily chart, you can see that this has obvious potential if the company really starts to vigorously defend itself. So, because this is definitely a great comeback from that low. And the other one that didn't work, another one from Holly that didn't work, unfortunately, was the Build-A-Bear. Got in. Holly's alert was, again, it was early enough. It was at 1077. I waited for the 11 break, got in at 1110, and then, unfortunately, right after that, it kind of collapsed. Got in right around here, and then it just basically faded all the way down to 1060. That's a pretty nasty three 5-minute candles. So that one did not work. And the other one that I'm looking at, and I'm waiting to see, almost got in here at 238, just waiting to see if I can take this out. Kind of like the daily on it. You've got, not kind of, I mean, you've got this potential void fill. You have this day back here where you had the massive volume. Don't have quite the volume. This is the volume bar, a daily volume bar for it. And, let's see if it can take out 232. That was basically not the high here, but I mean that right here is well, what was that high? It was right here and it collapsed, of course. So I'm looking to see if we can start getting some serious volume to come back in here. Because if we do, then we have that potential void to fill. So anyway, this could be one to watch tomorrow also. See if it can, if it doesn't take, if it just hangs around this area and then it takes out the high tomorrow, 240, and it continues on up, it might be an interesting play for us. And look at that ITCI. I mean, this is, again, in reading the press release, it was mixed for me. Some of them just come flat out and say, you know what, our drug failed, now we don't know what to do. I mean, paraphrasing a little bit. But these guys, they were, relatively upbeat about their results, but the FDA didn't quite see it that way. So, and the FDA, of course, won at the beginning. All right, that's about it. Let me just close this down. Yeah, a quick one today. Usually open the room at about 8:45, between 8:45, 10 to 9 Eastern time, of course. I start sharing my screen then, and I get live on the mic at 9, and I go up to 4 p.m. Eastern time. So it is a free room, so there are really no excuses for not coming in, and we have some tremendous traders in this room. Very gratifying to see since we started this room, how many really excellent traders we have attracted. So. It is certainly not all about me telling you what to buy or sell. In fact, that is not what the room is about. So come on in and try us out. I mean, you've got nothing to lose. Literally. I mean, we don't ask for a credit card. We don't ask. All we ask is for an email, and so that you can create a password, and that's just to prevent trolls from coming into the room a little more easily. So we make it just a little harder, but other than that, it is totally free. All right. Well, thank you very much for listening, and hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.